Hi everybody. Today I want to show you the very last guitar that's going to come out of the Norwich Road workshop in Fakenham. Now, don't worry, I'm not closing, but we are moving. More of that another time. But this is the guitar, and it's a bit of a going away present to myself because I'm going to keep it. This started out life, it was going to be an SG Special, 65 SG Special with a few upgrades, some different hardware and some birch pickups, and of course 24 frets. But I miscalculated the depth of the birch pickups, so what I needed to have done to be able to do that was to raise the neck up and have a less deep pocket for the neck to go into, so that I could create a bit more depth without cutting too much body away. And I thought that to do what I was intending to do with it, I actually would have weakened the neck joint. So the project was abandoned, and I decided that I fancied turning it into a sort of junior for myself, because I play keys a lot of the time and I'm always behind a keyboard with the guitar around my neck, and the guitar, especially if it's heavy, tends to bash into things, and it's my red Les Paul, which I really like. But also we're playing a lot quieter, and that guitar actually really needs to be played quite loud because it's got very well behaved pickups in it. My California pickups, the Clausen Californias, which are well potted, about 13k, a little bit hot, but they're very well behaved. They don't sort of take off on their own. You can play them very loud and they'll react very evenly all the time. I wanted something that was a bit of a monster and would try to let go of me all the time, even at the lower volumes that we now play at, now that we're all using sort of in-ear monitors and getting a lot of the volume off the stage. So I wound a sort of super PAF. It's basically an overwound PAF. It's wound a bit loose. It's not potted at all, and it has an Alnico 2 magnet in it, so it's quite bright. It's a little bit uneven as well, deliberately so, to give it just a little bit more spank and a bit more brightness, and just to make it very easy to make it kind of feed back with the guitar turned towards the amp. Basically, I wanted it to be on the edge at the volumes that I usually play at, which are not particularly loud. Neck-wise, it's a bit bigger than an SG. The average SG, 60s taper SG, can be a little bit wobbly, and that can lead to some tuning instability. So what I've done with this one is put a Biflex rod in there and made it about the same shape as a 1959 Les Paul, which is kind of my favourite neck shape. The headstock has less of an angle, so we're talking about 9 or 10 degrees there. Again, it helps with tuning stability and it helps with strength, and there's a little bit of a volute there, but not much of one because I don't want it in my way. On the back, rear disc locking tuners, which again just adds to the stability. And I've gone for my favourite Wilkinson Super Roller Bridge, or Ultra Roller I think they call it, and the stop tailpiece that I've favoured for many years, that's originally designed for the 6 and 12 double neck SGs from the 1960s. Now, one control, simple as you like. I actually filled in all the other holes that I'd already made because obviously it was designed for 4 controls and a switch. And it's very light, it's very pliable, and it is very lively. And this is what it sounds like.